This is a 1979 Gibson J45. The Gibson J45 was originally introduced in 1942 and initially sold for only $45. These original models from the 40s were often referred to as the banner era guitar. Guitars from this time have a golden banner on the headstock with the inscription, "Only a Gibson is good enough." These were the models produced during the wartime, and they didn't produce that many, which make them very rare and pretty expensive. The predecessor to this guitar is the J35. It's almost exactly the same guitar. The only difference is the 30s style logo. They changed out the bracing pattern to a wider pattern, which gave it a different sound. And they used different tuners. They switched from traditional style to Grovers. But both guitars, J45 and the J35, features round shoulder shape and a dreadnought body. Mahogany back and sides with a spruce top. Personally, I think this is the ultimate guitar. Whether you're picking or strumming, you can refer to this guitar as the workhorse. This guitar is in for a high action issue. Sometimes when the action is a little bit high, the saddle can be lowered and that can fix your action. But if the saddle is already as low as it can go, the next step would be a neck reset. But there is one thing you could try, and that is to lower the actual height of the bridge. We're going to give this bridge a shave. See if we can get a few more years out of this guitar before it needs a neck reset. It's weird how they painted this. They painted right over the rosette. I thought they usually clean this out. I think in the Norlin years, they were skipping a few steps. It says second. So that means that this is a second. Some kind of shim in there. Paper. The slot is a good almost 1/4 of an inch in the center. So the slot depth is good. It's also interesting to take note of this insert in here. I took this out of a Gibson Heritage from the 70s. And it's the same kind of a plug that they put in there. And I don't know if it's like a bridge saver kind of thing that they put in after the fact, if these pinholes get worn out, or if it's something that came straight from the factory. Not sure, but I think it is some kind of plastic too. So hopefully that doesn't cause a problem when I remove this material. It doesn't get hung up on that plastic. So let's start shaving it and see what happens. And we're gonna shoot for 275 on the height of this. Right now it's about 325. So we're gonna take off about 50 thousandths. Shaving the bridge on an acoustic guitar like this can be done, and it does lower the action, allowing for, easier playing and potentially improving the sound. But there are some drawbacks, such as potentially affecting the guitar's overall sound and tone, although excessive shaving can make it difficult to maintain the proper string angle and can lead to other issues. Shaving the bridge can also improve the string break angle, which is the angle at which the strings are angled as they pass over the saddle and down the neck. A better break angle can lead to a better sustain and sound quality. Although in this guitar, because the amount that we're going to take off the top of the bridge is going to be so minimal, and we're not going to have much more saddle height, so there's not going to be a whole lot of difference in the break angle, unfortunately. So from here I'm going to start with 80 grit sandpaper, working on the radius. It's not always the case that the radius on the fingerboard matches the radius on the bridge, but in this case it does. So we're trying to maintain that radius, just trying to keep the original look the best I can. I was hoping to get down low enough to get through that plastic insert, and it looks like it has. We're just about through, but most likely I'm not going to be able to do a 10-inch radius to the top of this. It's not super important. It's mostly aesthetic. So the saddle kind of lines up with the top, but if I try to put a 10-inch radius on this, I'm going to eat into these wings, and I like the way this looks. It does have slight radius to it, so it's not perfectly flat, but it looks like I need to go a little bit farther, just a little bit right in here. You can still see a little bit of that black coming through, that plastic. So let me keep working on this, and then I'll start to contour the sides. We're pretty much there. I'm just going to check this saddle, and you can see there's plenty of height there. So we're going to take this down. It's going to look like it did before. It's going to be low, but the action is going to come down with it. So then this will be a little bit more playable. So I'm going to open up these pinholes, countersink the pinholes, finish it off with 320 grit, give it a light buff, and then we can call the shaving portion done, and then we'll do a quick little setup. This should be good to go. Got all strung up. Relief, we're sitting right around 9 thousandths. The action, we're at about 5 and 5.5.